There are three things within the united opposition that, if not fixed, Ruto will win with over 80%. And in this video, I want to highlight what those three things are. And so with no further ado, let's get after it. Number one is tribalism. I've come to notice that most of the opposition leaders are very supportive of any candidate except a Kikuyu. And I'll give you one example. Just listening to what George Natembeya said when he was asked by Jeff Koinange, if Gachagua is cleared to run, will he support him? Just listening to this response.
If he's cleared by the courts to run for president, would you support him?
No, because I believe that the president should rotate. The Mount Kenya community has had it for 3 years, almost 30-something years, one community. And again, when you go there isn't much difference between what people are going there. Like people in Kikindo, in Moranga, and the people in Kapchai. There's no difference. I've had a president, we have not had a president, but our lives is just the same. One would demystify this thing, because people believe that you have got the presidency, the entire community has access to certain settlages. Yeah. It's not true. So if regard this community still is having the president for the time, it creates unnecessary.
So having said that, if Natembeya is a presidential candidate himself, will Rigiji and Mlima Kenya support him, especially after they've heard him saying such a thing? You see, sometimes leadership in politics is very important. Let us learn to borrow from the William Ruto playbook. Ruto pretended to be the greatest friend of Mlima Kenya for the sake of their vote. Once he gets there, what does he do? Anabomoa Githurai, anabomoa Roysambu, ana-impeach Gachagua, anafuta JB Muturi, anafukuza Linturi. His actions speak contrary from his words. But at least we can say Ruto is cunning and he knows how to con people. Natembeya is very honest. He's saying, your community siezi support. That is very foolish. Yourself, you're a presidential candidate amongst the united opposition. If you're the one they settle on, how will you then go back to a region which umeadmit uta support na unataka waku support? It's counterproductive. Number two, the united opposition needs to prepare for a 2027 campaign where they won't be working with the Linda Mwananchi group. Because what I'm seeing right now is that some of the Linda Mwananchi group leaders are just brokers. These people have no plan to work with Rigiji and Kalonzo. Their goal is to negotiate with Oburu and Ruto. Just listening to what Caleb Amisi had to say about the united opposition.
The other question a lot of Kenyans are looking at, are you guys looking to working with the united opposition by any chance?
Personal views, not the views of my colleagues.
Yes.
Sometimes I have very strong personal views. My views is that the
That's a very good disclaimer.
Yes, my views is that the united opposition must know why the young people are not following them. They must ask that question. That when we come out in the street with Caleb, Sifuna, Babu, and the rest, the young people are excited. They must ask them that question. They are blind to it. It's because young people no longer appreciate tribal groupings, tribal sentiments. Yes, they know you are a Kikuyu, they know you are a Kamba, you are a Kisi, but they do not appreciate balkanization of the country into tribal units.
Yes.
They say they are fed up with this. Kenya.
So just like I said earlier, this is a sign to me that half of this Linda Mwananchi group won't work with the united opposition. Because unajua hii kikundi iko na watu tofauti. There is the likes of Edwin Sifuna. In fact, I'll just leave it at Sifuna. Sifuna totally does not like William Samoei Ruto. From time immemorial all the way till now. But can you say the same about the others? I think it's just Orengo I can add to the list and maybe Babu Owino. For the others, there is a lot of question marks. Some of those people are there because of the broad-based government. Wamegundua Ruto na Oburu wanaenda kufanya serikali moja. It means Ruto will have to give Oburu some CS positions, some PS positions, and so on and so forth. Na wamepima wakaona wale wamekaribia Oburu sana, wale wamekaa hizo viti za mbele ni kina Junet, kina Wanga, kina Simba Arati, Abdul Swamad. Kuna laini refu kabla wao wafikiwe. So they are creating a parallel shadow ODM ili kama Oburu atapewa 6 cabinet secretaries, hata ikiwa mbaya sana atapeana 4 kwa wale nimetaja kina Abdul Swamad and Junet, Wanga and the others, and then 2 can come to this side. That is why you are seeing people are saying tuko ndani ya chama ya ODM, hatutoki ODM. Why are you fighting within a party you don't believe in anymore? So hiyo ujanja tunaiona. Mumekaa ati munapigana pale na Oburu mukiwa ndani ya ODM, but pia munapiga huku wale wako nje kina Gachagua, munasema is tribal sijui nini. Caleb Amisi is a broker. Huyu ni mtu anataka kitu hiyo pande ya kina Uburu, and that is why I'm saying the United Opposition needs to preempt a future without the Linda Mwananchi group. Wajipange sawasawa bila hiyo kikundi. It is a new group. Those who want to work with them outside of that group, well and good, but ka uko ODM, tusidanganyane. Point number 3, you know they say a dead clock tells the right time twice a day. So much as Caleb Amisi is usually wrong on many issues, that one he has raised ako na point kidogo, and I'll rephrase his point. If you want to go to Western Kenya and set up a business, you want to make it feel local to the locals. Ikweni, they own it. You can call it Omwami Hardware. And the owner is an Indian, the owner is a Kikuyu, the owner is a Kamba. Yule mtu neka front office anaitwa Wanyonyi. Unaenda Mlima Kenya, unaanzisha Mudho Kinju, sijui paint ama ni hardware. You find the owner is not even from there. Politics is the same. You match the expectation of what the people want. So if you're going to talk to the youth, why is it that old people are trying to convince the youth? There's nothing they're relating. The reasons why youths succumb to peer pressure is because they listen to their fellow youth more than they listen to their parents. Mzazi anakuambia usikunywe pombe, lakini ukitoka hapo unaenda university, rafiki yako anasema bwana shika shot. Unapiga hiyo shot. Why are you listening to your friends and not your parents? It's because people listen to people who look like them and sound like them. So long story short, put Karungo Athangwa pale mbele. Let's hear more from him. Let's hear more from Malala. Let's hear more from Senator Methu. Let's hear more from Mukunji and the likes. Let the youths take the front seat. Wazee wakae nyuma kidogo wakipeana advice and direction. Same thing that the Linda Mwananchi group is doing. Orengo and Anyang' Nyong'o have taken a back seat. The face of the movement is Babu Owino, Sifuna, Osotsi, and so on and so forth. So if they work on those 3 things, I think they'll do well. Stop the tribalism. Don't engage any Linda Mwananchi member who is still within ODM. That is an ODM member as far as we are concerned. And number 3, let the youths be the face of the movement. Now, at the end of the day, guys, that's just my opinion. Do drop me your comments in the section below. I'll do my best to read them and to give you a response. So with that, here today's ads of the day.
Right now, I'm with my team headed to a client's house in Ruiru for consultation. That is to take measurements of the windows, go through our catalog with the client, and then once they decide on the color and the fabric they want, we'll get busy sewing, and at long last, the curtains installation will be on us. So if you're looking for curtains, shears, curtain rods, curtain accessories, reach out to Phoenix Curtains and Interior Decor and we will sort you out. Call us on 0724 414153.
If you're in need of electrical wiring, solar installation, or electrical fittings such as strip lights, snake lights, downlighters, or chandeliers, contact Engineer Wycliffe at 0707 476602 and he'll get your house dapped up. Now, if you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching for a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula. Hit the subscribe button, you're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really, really need to subscribe to. All right, guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.